Very good morning to all of y'all class. So we are going to start with chapter number 5th. We are continuing with the same chapter, elections. So as we were on the topic powers and functions of the election commission. So our point is conduct of elections. Okay, means how election commission is conducting the elections. The election commission is obliged to conduct all elections to the parliament and state assemblies. The election commission, they are obliged, means they are required. Okay, it is their duty to conduct all elections to the parliament and state assemblies. It also supervises and directs the election to the office of the president and vice president of India. So they are managing the elections of president and vice president also. It also gets the requisite number, means the required number of ballot papers printed, means the ballot papers which are printed. So it is given to the election commission. Recognition to political parties. The election commission grants recognition to the political parties. For this purpose it has evolved its own procedure, means they have developed their own way, okay, their own course of action. So how they are recognizing the political parties. A political party is recognized as a national party if it is recognized in 4 or more states, means if you all are recognized by 4 or more states, means your representatives are in more than 4 states. Okay, so you are a political part, you are a national party. For being recognized in a state, it should either have been engaged in political activity for more than 5 years continuously, or it should have polled not less than 6% of the total number of valid votes polled at the general election in the state to the Lok Sabha or the state assembly. If you want to be recognized in a state, okay, the state means you are recognized by a state, then it should either have been engaged, means you should have been a part of a political activities for more than 5 years. Okay, you have been working with any political party for more than 5 years regularly, regularly, or you should get votes, your vote should not be less than 6%. Okay, so total number of valid votes polled at the general elections, the common elections which are going to held at the Lok Sabha or the state assembly. So in both the elections you should be having at least 6% of votes. Among the major political parties recognized by the election commission as national parties, here some names are given of national parties for the 16th Lok Sabha elections in 2014 are the Bharatiya Janata Party, Indian National Congress, One Nationalist Congress Party, NCP, Bahujan Samaj Party, Communist Party of India, and Communist Party of India, Marxist. Marxist, why it is written? Because it was a name of a person and this party was made by him, so the name is written. Okay, and 56 state parties. Major state parties are the AIADMK, that is All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Clear? Then DMK, these are in Tamil Nadu, both the parties are in Tamil Nadu. Then Jammu and Kashmir National Conference, Shiromani Akali Dal and Telugu Desam Party, etc. These are in Telangana. Clear? Then allotment of symbols. The election commission allots symbols. Allot means to assign, to give symbols to political parties and to independent candidates. So the election commission, they are giving symbols to the political parties and to independent candidate. Independent candidate means who is not a part of any political party, okay, who does not belong to any political party. So the national and state parties recognized by the election commission are given their reserved or permanent symbols. So they are recognized by their symbols, and that are reserved symbols. All the candidates nominated by a party have the same common symbol. So if the candidates, those who are nominated of one party, they all are having the same symbol. The independent candidates select a symbol out of list of free symbols. So how the independent candidate he gets the symbol? He chooses the symbol from the list of free symbols. In case of a split means divide. Okay, if any division is there in a political party, the election commission verifies the claim and counter claim. Claim means they declare, okay, they declare, and counter claim is claim made to rebut previous claim. Okay, means again the declaration is given given for to pay the previous claim of the factions. Factions means group to allot the reserved symbols, means they have to take the symbols. If necessary, it may freeze the reserved symbol and allow them to choose symbols from the free list. If it is means freezed, means if someone is cancelled, if the parties divide or if someone is cancelled, if some team is cancelled, so they are to be given the new symbols from the free list. Allotment of symbol is very useful, okay, means why it the parties they should have the symbols. Why it is important? Even an illiterate voter can easily identify the party and its candidate from the election symbol. Even who is illiterate, na, means who is not educated, they can also identify, they can also recognize, they can also look out the party and they can tell that from which party this candidate is, okay. The symbols also help the political parties to arrange their party meeting and election campaigns more effectively. So the symbols they also help the political parties to arrange their party meetings, means where the party meetings are held, okay. So one area is given to them. You can see in elections like BJP is having some area, Congress is having some area. So like this, with the help of these symbols, they can come to know that how they are arranging their parties and in which areas, and election campaigns more effectively. Campaign is an organized course of action to achieve a goal, okay, means they are performing rallies and many things they are performing to achieve their goal. Then ensuring free and fair elections. To ensure free and fair elections is one of the major functions of the election commission, means the election should be held freely and fairly, means no fraud should be done, and freely means they are not under any pressure, they are freely voting for the elections. Then for this purpose the election takes the following steps. It prescribes a code of conduct for political parties and their candidates. Code of conduct means set of rules. The political parties are given a set of rules. It is they have to follow the rules. It ensures that votes are cast without fear or intimidation. Intimidation means any pressure, they are not having any pressure, they are freely, means they are voting without fear and without pressure. It sends central observers to supervise conduct of elections in sensitive areas. So they send their central observers, means watchers, those who are watching, those who are taking a look that whether the elections are held properly or not. To supervise means to look after conduct of elections, means set guidelines that are given during elections that people are following or not in sensitive areas. Sensitive areas means the areas which are affected by something, okay. So they are going and keeping a watch on that areas. It keeps a watch that the party in power does not take advantage of its position by using the official machinery in its election campaign. So they are having a look for the political party, means that party is not taking advantage of its power or its position by using the official machinery. Official machinery means machinery of government. They are not taking advantage of that in the election campaigns, okay. It countermands means cancel. It can cancel polling in those constituencies or in those areas where elections are reported not to have been conducted fairly. Means if anyone says that in some specific or in particular areas the elections are not conducted properly or fairly, so they can cancel the elections there. Or where booth capturing take place. Booth capturing is a method of fraud, okay, interfering with the process of election, means which they are interfering in the process of elections, okay. So there where fraud is done, they can cancel the elections there. Then election procedure and conduct of elections. The election commission has laid down the following procedure to be followed in elections. First is notification of dates. On the expiry of the term of Lok Sabha or state legislative assembly or their earlier dissolution, a notification is issued by the president or state governor of the administrator as the case may be. See, if the term has expired, okay, means their time period is completed or they are dismissed from their position, so at that time the president or the state governor or the administrator, they have to give a notification that when these elections will be held. Soon after this this notification, the Election Commission announces the dates of the election. Once the notification is given for the elections, that elections will be held, that the date is decided and the date is given to the people, then when the elections will held. The Election Commission also ensures free and fair elections, even if political parties are sometimes motivated to have elections at a particular period. Means what that particular period, if someone is chosen, so they are also told, okay, they also ensure that they will be having free and fair elections. The nomination of candidates and security deposits. Soon after notification of election, political parties get busy in selecting their candidates for nomination. So once the dates are given, the notification is sent, so the members, the political parties, they get busy in electing their candidates for nomination. The candidates must possess the qualification as laid down by the constitution. So whatever is required, it should be fulfilled. Means how much qualification should be there, so everything should be fulfilled. According to the recent judgment and direction of the Supreme Court given in March 2003, while filling his nomination paper, a candidate must give an affidavit on a judicial paper giving. So according to the judgment in means which is given in the Supreme Court, the order which is given in 2003 in March, so they have to fill in the nomination paper this this judicials are given, okay, some means there are some qualifications regarding, okay, your criminal status, whatever is there, so you have to fill everything. First is education or your qualification, what is your educational qualification, then a statement of his criminal record, of his conviction and criminal cases registered and pending against him. Means what judgment he has got, if any of if he is having any criminal record, so what was the judgment on that record, okay, or any case which is pending or which is registered, okay, which is going on, so that also he has to give statement of that. A list of his assets, asset means something that is owned, means whatever he is having, and liabilities, what responsibility he is having, and his known source of income, means from where he is getting his income. A candidate for the Lok Sabha has to deposit a security of 25,000, means it is like a fee. So they have to give, those who want to be a candidate in the Lok Sabha elections, so they have to deposit 25,000. It was in 2014. Whereas a candidate for state assembly election has to deposit rupees 10,000. So for the state assembly election, they have to give rupees 10,000 as a security. For candidates belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, the security deposit is just half, okay, half of the amount which they have to pay for the Lok Sabha elections or state assemblies. Then the security deposit of the candidate who gets less than 1/6 of who gets 1/6 of the total votes is fortified. So the security deposit of a candidate who gets total votes or less than 1/6, okay, so they are fortified. Fortified means they give up, they lose the elections or they give up the elections. Then scrutiny of nomination papers. Scrutiny is a detailed examination of documents, means you are looking at the documents in detail. On a fixed date, the returning officer scrutinizes the nomination paper. The returning officer is he is the deputy commissioner. Who is the returning officer? He is the deputy commissioner. So he checks all the papers by himself, whether the required qualification is filled or not, and whether their nomination papers are in order, and they have given the required affidavit as mentioned in the above point, okay. He decides about objections that may be made to any nomination. So he decides that whether he has to give approval or not to any nomination, and can reject a nomination paper if it is found that the candidate does not fulfill the qualification or his nomination paper is not in order, then they can be rejected also. Then publication of the list of contesting candidates, means they are issuing the list of the contesting candidates who are participating. After scrutiny and the expiry of the last date of withdrawal of candidates, a list of contesting candidates is published, means when there is a last date of removal of candidates, means those who are to be dismissed or disapproved, they are disapproved, and after that a main, or you can say a final list is made of contesting candidates. It is published and is made to known to everyone, means every person. This is done by the returning officer. Who performs this? This is performed by the returning officer. So beta, that's all for today. I hope that this is clear to you. Just revise and we will be completing our chapter in our next video. Thank you.